What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot Time coming at you on Thursday afternoon. Got a great big old show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, guys. So in a blast from the past, former Tennessee head football coach Jeremy Pruitt has resurfaced from the dead and has apparently sued the Ncaa for $100 million. Yep. $100 million lawsuit for lost wages, slapped with a 6-year show cause after he was fired. Back in 2021, if you'll remember, Tennessee let him go after the 2020 season in early 2021 when it was uncovered that Pruitt was part of a pay-for-play scandal that was going on within the football program. Jeremy Pruitt is alleging that the Ncaa conspired with Tennessee to make him a scapegoat, and now they have ruined his reputation, ruined his career. He's no longer able to work, basically. He was hit with a 6-year show cause, which basically means you ain't coaching anywhere for 6 years. Right now, he's coaching like junior high pee-wee ball or something in Alabama with his daddy. I mean, I don't know. He might be like some kind of assistant coach at a high school. He's a glorified gym teacher now. I'm interested. What does a Tennessee fan think about this? Do you think that he has a viable case here? $100 million for lost wages seems awfully high in Carolina Jackpot's opinion. It's the only word I can use to describe that. It's high. I don't know how much Jeremy Pruitt made a year, legally anyway, as far as his contract went. I think the average salary right now for a coach in the SEC is probably around $8 million or so. So this was a few years ago. It's probably a little less than that. He was, I'd say it's probably a little less than this, but I'm just saying, let's say $7 million a year. He's probably less than that. So he's been gone like 4 years, so that's, what, $28 million? Where did you get $100 million from? I guess we're saying the show cause has prevented him from working, so yeah, this is nuts. And it's not uncommon in any kind of a lawsuit type situation when any one certain individual is suing a huge conglomerate, huge company, huge entity to sue for just an exorbitant amount. That's a great word for a fat guy on a podcast about college football. Exorbitant amount of money, knowing that they're not going to get that much, knowing that if they could get just a fraction of that amount, that is probably what they're going to get after the thing gets settled, they'll be just fine with that. I think it's nuts. I mean, he's now basically come out and said that, Tennessee was paying players long before he got there, and that he reported it to Philip Fulmer, who was the AD at the time, and he just said, well, I'll take care of it. Said they were paying players back in 2017, which is nuts to me that you were paying players and couldn't even win an SEC game. Damn. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not, but I am. But I think we know that every school was doing this illegally back in the day. If they weren't, the ones that weren't, like, probably consisted of, like, Furman, Princeton, and, like, Johns Hopkins University. Everybody else just pretty much paying players under the table. Just people didn't know about it. Tennessee was just dumb enough to get caught. So this is look, $100 million is nuts. Tennessee, I mean, and now, why are we doing this like all of a sudden now, like years later? You didn't hear anything from him for a while, and now all this is just coming out now. Maybe Jeremy Pruitt's just sitting back and seeing everybody. He's seeing Diego Pavia suing the NCAA and winning. He's seeing that Tennessee is suing the NCAA and winning. He's seeing that insert X team here is suing the NCAA and winning. So he's probably in his Alabama P brain thinking, I'd like to get me a piece of that cherry pie too. It's probably what he's doing. Maybe he'll get some asparagus with it. If you know, you know. Here's probably what's going to happen. NCAA is going to end up paying him some money. Are they going to end up paying him $100 million? No. Are they going to probably end up settling with him? Probably so. Then this is a typical practice with these large companies, large entities, to make things go away. They just pay these folks off, pay them a fraction of what they're asking for, just to get it done, get it over with, so they can move on. And that's probably what's going to happen here with Jeremy Pruitt. Now, I don't know what lengths the NCAA legal team is going to go to dig up enough things to prove possibly that what Jeremy Pruitt is alleging is bullshit, but I guess we're going to find that out soon enough. These companies do that, though. These large corporations. That's why I'm comparing the NCAA here to. Years ago when I was managing a store, I caught a girl stealing lottery tickets at the gas station. It's a big deal. That's actually a federal crime to do that. Yeah, sure should. Red-handed. Scratching lottery tickets off, scanning them at the machine, tearing them out of the lottery dispenser, scratching them off, scanning to see if they won. If they didn't win, throwing them away. If they won, cashing them out, taking the money. Just pretty as you please. We showed her the footage. She's like, "Oh, that's not me." Yeah, okay, that's not you, huh? That's not you. All of a sudden, your mom had a twin you didn't know about that just popped into the gas station at 5 o'clock the other afternoon and started scratching lottery tickets in your place. You went and hid in the bathroom. Come on, man. But when it was over with, the loss prevention lady just supposed to tell me, "Okay, well, you fired her, so that's really basically all we're going to do." I'm like, "What? Really? What, that's as far as it goes then?" Yeah, Kel, because they have to pay me to come back down here to go to court, and that's probably going to take several different trips, and it's really not worth it. It's not worth our time. It's not worth the money. It's best just basically fire her, let her go, and let it just drop it. So that's basically like what happens with a lot of these things. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not comparing a cashier stealing lottery tickets to Jeremy Pruitt asking for $100 million, but I can bet you that they being the NCAA pronoun boy, will pay him off to get rid of him and just let this whole thing be swept up under the rug and over and done with. But I'm interested to hear from the Tennessee. You came out much better in this situation, regardless of what happened, regardless of, yes, you self-reported and you lost some scholarships and whatnot, but it was a small price to pay to be able to get rid of an absolute bum of a football coach and you relatively nothing had to come out of pocket there to get rid of him there. It was a show cause, so he's not owed anything there on a contract. $100 million for lost wages is nuts, though. I don't know who this guy thinks that he is, but you came out much better in the long run. He was terrible. He was driving your football program into the ground, and I can hear the Tennessee man typing right now. Here, really, West Carolina Jack White. He beat South Carolina 2 out of 3 years he was there. This is true. He did. Beating the Gamecocks also shouldn't be the bar. That shouldn't be what we're striving for. We should be striving for something a little bit more than that. especially if you're Tennessee. You won a national championship in the last 25 years. Well, no, it's not. It's been longer than that. But remember, you have a history. You're supposed to be, you think you're a blue blood. So you guys can do much better than that. You are now doing better than that. And I'm also wondering if a little of this wasn't fueled by maybe like some jealousy from Jeremy Pruitt, seeing the job that Josh Heupel's been doing at Tennessee, and he got a little bit fucking jealous because he was an absolute shit show. I mean, he was a decent defensive coordinator at Alabama and Georgia. I ain't gonna take that away from him. I mean, he was terrible at running a football program. This guy was awful. You people know that. You know that. You know that you're much better off now. So, at any rate, let me know what you think about Jeremy Pruitt suing the Ncaa. Are they going to pay him off to get rid of him? Are they going to actually take it to court and fight it? Is he going to end up dropping it because it's frivolous? What do you think is going to happen with this deal? I'll see you guys later on. Appreciate you. Peace. I'm out of here. Go Gamecocks. Go Big Blue. I'll see y'all later. Peace.